Tonight's Stoner's Pizza baseball game of the week is presented by Stoner's Pizza Joint. You park 'em, you sell 'em. Texas Border Grill. Kudzu Seafood. Cherokee Brick and Tile. Apparel Authority. Pawn Max Incorporated. BT Media Productions. And Middle Georgia State University. Good evening, everybody, and welcome in to Cavalier Fields here on the athletic complex of Mount DeSales Academy. And it is a beautiful night for baseball. It's been a kind of an ippy day. Started out with some misting rain this morning, then warmed up into the 80s. You'd think we're into May or late April the way February is gone here in Georgia, but we know that that's not going to be the case because we'll have some more cold weather, usually around that first week of March. But tonight we've got a good ball game for you. It's the Peach County Trojans as they travel up from the valley to take on the Cavaliers of Mount DeSales. And let's start with your starting lineup here tonight. And we'll start with the Peach County Trojans. They're 0-3 on this young season. They dropped 2 games to Perry High School by a score of 9-6 and 9-4. And then were last beaten by Northside in a score of 12-3. Their starting lineup for tonight, batting first will be number 11, Eric Johnson, your center fielder. Batting second will be number 5, Brody Harrelson, your shortstop. Batting third will be number 6, Brett Davis. He is pitching tonight for the Trojans. Your cleanup man will be number 12, Jake Wingo. He is your catcher. He'll be followed by left fielder Jalen Green, number 3. Batting 6 will be third baseman, number 15, Simon Grant. Batting 7th will be second baseman Landon Davis, and he'll wear number 2. Batting 8th will be number 10, Brandon Gray, the right fielder. And in the 9th spot will be Durante Stewart, your first baseman, and that'll be your starting lineup. And as we said, Brett Davis will start on the mound for the Peach County Trojans. For the homestanding Cavaliers, batting first will be number 11, your shortstop, Jackson Taylor. Batting second will be second baseman, number 7, Walker Schofield. Batting third will be number 22, your third baseman, Rossman Diaz. Rossman had a good year last year. Your catcher will be number 9, Clay Murphy, and he will bat the cleanup spot. Batting fifth will be center fielder, number 16, Landon Jernigan. Batting 6 will be your first baseman, Jack Beers. Batting 7th will be Bruce Steele, your left fielder, wearing number 5. Batting 8th will be your pitcher, Jackson Nebel, and where he wears number 4. And Micah Hadaway will end the lineup at the 9th spot, and he is your right fielder wearing number 6. So we've got Coach Bubba Poole meeting with the home plate umpire, along with coaches Jeff Bailey from Peach County, and Jeff is supported by Craig Johnson and Keith Barker for the Cavaliers. There is Bubba Poole as your head coach, and he is assisted by Todd Freeman, Jeff Nebel, and Taylor Laveau. Athletic trainer is Amanda Winden, and your athletic director is our good friend Keith Hatcher. And we hoping we would see Coach Slocum out here tonight too, and he might be wandering around. We'll keep an eye out for him. If we can get him, we'll put him on the air with us here. I know Coach Hatcher was here earlier. They had soccer going on and lacrosse practice. I think football field doing some independent timeout. We'll come back. We'll get ready for this week on DSBNsports.com.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, "Oh my, what a pizza pie!" Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. And welcome back as we get ready to start evening of Stoner's Pizza Joint Baseball live here on DSBN Sports. First up will be your center fielder, Eric Johnson. As we said, at the pitching will be Jackson Neville for the Cavaliers. And there's a swing and a miss and a foul back this way. 0-1. Glad to have you with us tonight as we get ready for a little baseball action here in the GHSA. Of course, last week we were over for Valentine's Day to watch Joey Hiller with the Tattnall Trojans get his 500th career win. And congratulations to him. I think the Trojans are in a little tournament up north of us. I know that Mount DeSales had a little tournament last week with St. Anne Pacelli and Aquinas, a little pre-team tournament here. They won one of those and dropped one. They beat Pacelli 11-1 and dropped to Aquinas 3-2. Aquinas a pretty good ball club this year as well. So Neville swings and strikes him out, and that's one down. So that gives him one strikeout for the night. And up next for the Trojans will be Brody Harrelson, shortstop number 5. And he will stand up with one away here in the top of the first. That one's on the outside corner and a called strike. Generally pretty much get that corner working for these home plate umpires, as we stated in times past. And you can bet they're going to be on that corner all night. Catcher's going to set up real wide outside for Neville. And he's going to get him on strike 2 there. Nice pitch. Keeping it low and away, not giving him anything to hit. The Trojans come in 0-3 with a doubleheader loss to Perry and one loss to Northside. That one's way outside, and that's going to go 1-2 is your count. Outside corner, you're going to drop it, and he's going to throw him out at first base, and 2 away. And that'll bring up Britt Davis, your pitcher, number 6 for the Trojans.
Next up is the pitcher, Britt Davis.
Right down the middle, strike 1. 2 away here, top of the first, as the Trojans from Peach County lead it off. Hope some folks down in Peach County didn't make the trip, got a chance to watch you in tonight. Glad to have you with us here. Missed one of his boys play some ball over there tonight. That one's going to be low, kind of bounced away from the catcher. 2-1 is your count. 2 outs, top of the first. At the plate, your pitcher, Brett Davis. Outside corner, got it, 2-2. Like we said, we watch it time and time and again in GHSA baseball. They get a home plate umpire, he gets a hankering for those corners. He sticks with it, and he's going to do it all night. So you're well served maybe to come in on this plate on that outside corner pitch. Outside 3-2, and we go to a full count. Just missed that outside corner a little high out that time, and he's got his first walk of the night. And that's going to bring up your catcher in the cleanup spot, Jake Owingo. And we've got a pitch runner coming in, and that's going to be a number 13, who will be your pitch runner. And that is, we don't know. I don't have a 13. We'll see if we can find it on our other roster. Always helps to have a backup. And that is going to be Smith, number 13, Palin Smith. Or Palin Smith, I'm sorry. Couldn't read the coach's writing there. So 1-0, 2 away, a throw back to first, not in time. Going to check the runner over there. As we said, on the mound for the Cavaliers here tonight is Jackson Nebel. Throw back to first again. And comes to the plate, and that's going to be fouled off down the first base line, and I think that one's going to clear the fence over there, and it will. We'll go to 0-1 count with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. No hits, 1 runner on a walk, and that was Britt Davis, your pitcher. Went to a full count. Nebel couldn't get the outside corner on that last pitch, and he sits at first base. Wingo at the plate, a 1 count, 2 away here in the top of the first. Throw back to first, not in time. Want to welcome you in. Another baseball broadcast. Looking forward to doing a lot of stuff for you this year. Football is still a little ways away. Swing and a miss, going to get away from the catcher, but he's going to hang on to it. We got some baseball. Hey, we may have some football. We'll talk about that down the road with you. Maybe a little indoor football. On that outside corner, low and outside. Didn't get the corner that time. The count goes to 1-2. Britt Davis, your starting pitching for the Trojans, down on first base. Jake Wingo, catcher, at the plate. And he calls that a ball, 2-2. Just dropped a little too soon before he got to the plate on that pitch. Threw him a little bit of a change up. Two and two, and there's a hit, and that's going to go to center field, and let's see, and it's going to go over the center fielder's head, and here comes Britt Davis, and Davis is going to score, and the Trojans are going to lead it 1-0. So Jake Wingo gets a stand-up double.
Next up, the left fielder, Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, the left fielder. So Wingo gets a double and an RBI in the first as it goes over the right fielder's head. Just kind of hit it out to no man's land, and he gave it a ride all the way to the fence line. Had one little short bounce, and that was a really good drive by Jake Wingo on that play. And this brings up your left fielder, Jalen Green. Here's a runner going to shortstop with it and got him just in time. Dug it hard, but not enough. We go to the bottom of the first, but the Trojans lead at 1-0. You're listening to the Stoners Pizza Baseball Game of the Week on DSBN Sports. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
And welcome back to Chester Pierce Field here at Cavalier Fields on the sports complex here at Mount DeSales Academy. On the mound, Britt Davis, who got in to score that run on the double by Jake Wingo. And he goes to the mound to start the bottom of the first with a one-run lead. And up first for the Cavaliers will be shortstop Jackson Taylor. As we said, the Cavaliers come in with a record of 1-2. They lost 6-2 to GMC, 3-2 to Aquinas, who's going to be pretty good this year. And they beat Pacelli 11-1 in a little tournament they had. And that's on the outside corner and ball one. And that one's going to be the batter's going to one hit, one run for the Peach. And the Cavaliers at the plate, that's going to be fouled. Slow roller down the first base line. And that's going to go behind the batter, and we'll go to a full count. And he's going to walk the batter down to first base, and so the Cavaliers have their first runner of the night. And up next is Walker Schofield, your second baseman, number 7. So a leadoff base runner for the Cavaliers. And Schofield will come to the plate. Britt Davis on the mound for the Trojans. Throw back to first, not in time. And that's high and outside, ball two, or ball one, rather. Kind of a humid, muggy night a little bit. A little moisture in the air over here, but it's cooled off nicely. Just a little sticky out here tonight. And Schofield squares the bunt, and it's low, and it's 2-0. Runner on first. And Schofield's going to square around again. It's the pitch, strike, and the runner goes, and you're going to throw down to second, and going to be in time. One away. So catcher Jake Wingo off to a good start here tonight. Had a double to drive in the run, just threw the runner out at second. And we go 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Schofield, as he'll step back in. Got the lead runner, though, and got him out of the way. That's going to be low and bounce to the backstop, and that's going to make it 3-1 as your count. On deck is Rossman Diaz, rather. That's low, both 4, and you'll go back-to-back walks here now for Britt Davis. And not the way he wanted to start. So third baseman Rossman Diaz up to the plate. We had that opportunity to watch Rossman a few times last year, and he had a good year last year. Be interesting to see how the young man has grown and added to his skills this year. Our first opportunity to see him. On deck will be your catcher, Clay Murphy. Strike on the inside corner, strike 1. Strike 2. Oh, 0-2 with a runner at first. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So that's his first strikeout of the night for Britt Davis. And catcher Clay Murphy will come out with 2 away now. So a big play by Jake Wingo to get that leadoff walk and get him thrown out trying to steal second. And now 2 away and trying to keep from any damage being done with 2 walks so far. Foul back this way, 0-1. Clay Murphy stands in. And we'll get time. Ball low, 1-1. Bottom half of the first, 1-0 is your score. After a double in the top of the first to get the walk Britt Davis around for the score. And the Trojans got out of it with any more damage, leaving a runner stranded on second, but the Trojans are on top, 1-0. Clay Murphy stands in here with a 1-1 count with 2 away in the bottom of the first. And there's a little chopper to the second baseman. Slow roller goes to first in time, and that'll do it. We go to the second, 1-0. Trojans lead it. It's a Stoner's Pizza baseball game of the week on DSPN Sports. We will be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. And welcome back to Cavalier Fields here at Chester Pierce Field as we get ready to go to the top of the second. And that's going to bring up Simon Grant in the number 6 position, the third baseman for the Trojans. They lead it 1-0. Swing and a miss. Got him looking at a little high pitch there. Jackson Neville on the mound. Neville's given up 1 walk and 1 hit. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. Simon Grant, the right-hander, in for the Trojans. Trying to get something going here to lead off the second with a 1-0 lead. There's a little chopper to the second baseman. Going to scoop it easy on the first in time. 1 away. Next up will be second baseman Landon Davis. Number 2. And that's swing and a chop foul back behind home plate. Goes to 0-1 count. There's going to be a little blooper, and it's going to go right to the shortstop for out number 2. 2 away we go. Next up for the Trojans will be Brandon Gray, your right fielder.
Next up, the right fielder, Brandon Gray.
So Neville 2 up and 2 down. And Brandon Gray's going to step in and try to make something happen for the Trojans here in the top of the second. Outside and low, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Swing and a little chopper back to the pitcher. He's going to throw down the first in time. Got him. 3 up and 3 down goes Nebel. Go to the bottom of the second. Trojans lead it 1-0. We'll be back after these timeouts. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
And welcome back to Cavalier Fields here at the Athletic Complex for Mountain Sales Academy. Landon Jernigan, the center fielder, number 16, will lead it off. And, of course, on the mound will be Britt Davis for the Trojans. Inside, ball 1. That was a strike. I'm sorry. He called it on the inside corner. That's going to be on the outside corner, and that's ball 1. Nope, he did call it a ball. 2-0 is the count. We'll get it right here in a second. Landon Jernigan, the right-hander at the plate. Called it on the low outside corner that time, 2-1. Led off the last inning with a walk, but was able to get out of any trouble in that one. Gave up 2 walks and a strikeout. Here's a pop fly, and it's going to be right there to the second baseman in plenty of time, and he's got it 1 away. And that's going to bring up next your first baseman for the Cavaliers, number 12, Jack Beers.
Next up for the Cavaliers, the first baseman, Jack Beers.
Bottom of the second, 1-0. Peach County leads it on a double after a walk by the pitcher. Britt Davis got on base, and then Jake Wingo drove it to right center field to the wall, and that scored the runner, and that's our only run of the night. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Foul down the first base line. 0-2, so he's going to be ahead of the batter. Swing and a miss, and struck him out, and they'll set him down. Second strikeout of the night for Britt Davis, and that's going to bring up number 5. And for the Cavaliers, fouled it back. And I didn't hit the car, so that's always a good thing. Steele Bruce at the plate. Outside corner, strike 2. back this way. No hits, no runs, no errors for the Cavaliers. 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors for the Trojans, and it came in the top of the first for them. And that one's going to get away from the catcher, and it was a ball. And they're going to say he checked his swing as he checks down with second base, or the first base umpire. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Inside, 2-2. There's a drive, and that's going to get into left field and going to fall in for a hit. And the Cavaliers, Steele Bruce gets the first hit of the night for the Cavaliers. And that's the first hit of the night that Britt Davis has given up. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Jackson. No pitch and call time. Swing and a miss high on the outside and got him to chase it a little bit. 1-1 is your count. Your pitcher Jackson Neville at the plate. Steele Bruce down at first on a single with 2 down. Outside corner, 1-2. Britt Davis trying to stop anything from happening here now with the Cavaliers with a runner on first with 2 away. 2 down, 1-0 lead for Davis on the mound. Nebel at the plate, that's going to get in the dirt, and runner's not going to go anywhere. Good save that time by the catcher, Jake Wingo. He's had to be careful with those low pitches. He's had a couple of them that have gone into the dirt early on him, but he's done a good job of blocking it at the plate. 2-2's your count with 2 away. Outside corner just missed. 3-2, we go to a full count. Runner will be going here. Bruce with a good lead at first. Off he goes and foul back this way. So Jackson Neville hangs in there and is going to make Britt Davis work for this one. 3-2 count, 2 out, bottom of the second. Trying to protect a one-run lead. High, and he's going to walk him, and that's going to put 2 on. Third walk of the night for Davis, and that's going to bring up number 9, your right fielder. Number 6, Micah Hadaway. Runner on first and second with 2 out. We'll foul it back this way and go to an 0-1 count. Hadaway going to send that one down the first base line, and it's going to go foul. Or it's going to be foul. Foul ball. They're going to send the runners back. Almost had it fall in, but it just was outside the line there. So Bruce will go back to second. Nebel will go back to first. And an 0-2 count coming on Micah Hadaway. Gave it a little bit of ride down that right field line. Just went fair. Foul, rather. Oh, 2 pitch. Ball 1-2. Doing that changeup and just dropped a little too soon on it. The 1-2 pitch. Gonna pop it up. Let's see where it'll go. Right to the third baseman. And actually the shortstop's gonna call it, and he'll have it. So Davis gets out of the inning, gave up another walk and gave up 1 hit, but no damage done. Go to the top of the third. Your score, Peach County 1, Mount LaSalle's nothing. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. And welcome back to Cavalier Fields. We go to the top of the third. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Trojans. 1 hit, no runs, no errors for the Cavaliers. Left 2 stranded last time. And we go to start this inning with Durante Stewart, the first baseman, number 4 at the plate. And he's going to send a drive into left field, and it's going to be a base hit. And that's going to be the second hit of the night for the Trojans. And Nebel's going to give up his second hit of the night, so the leadoff runners go. We go back to the top of the order. The center fielder, Eric Johnson, at the plate. Nobody out. Back to first, not in time. Runner gets back. So Durante Stewart rips one to left field. And the Trojans have a runner to start this third inning. And Neville comes to the plate. A hot chopper to third base. Go to second for 1. Go to first for 2, and he'll be safe. So, fielder's choice. that's going to put Johnson on first and brings up shortstop Brody Harrelson. Nice play by the third baseman for the Cavaliers that time, Rosman Diaz. As he got it over to the second baseman, Walker Schofield. Throw back to first, not in time. No pitch. As Harrelson stepped out. Eric Johnson down at first. One away. Top of the third. Back to first. Not in time. Close. Almost got him. Good move that time by Neville to the first base side and almost caught him. Fairly certain that'll wake him up at first base. Pitch goes inside, gets away from the catcher, but Murphy does a good job of covering it up and holds the runner at first. As Johnson decides not to head that way. One ball, no strikes, one away here in the top of the third. Throw back to first and got him that time. Caught him leaning, 2 away. So he throws out the lead runner, Eric Johnson. Jackson Neville did a great job of setting that up. And Coach Jeff Bailey wants to have a word with the home plate umpire. Not sure if he's saying something in the movement of the pitcher there or what exactly that is. We're going to have a little discussion about it. One ball, no strikes, 2 away. With a throw out on Eric Johnson by Neville at first. Swing and a miss. That'll get away, 1-1. Chopper back over the mound. Second baseman can grab it in time. Long throw to first and got to get him. Wow, what a play by the second baseman. That time, Walker Schofield. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 1-0. Peach County still leads it. We'll be back. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at U Park 'em You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. U Park 'em You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, U Park 'em You Sell 'em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at U Park 'em You Sell 'em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember, folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em. And welcome back to Cavalier Fields. We go to the bottom of the third. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors for the Trojans. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Cavaliers. And that's going to bring to the plate Braxton Taylor. So shortstop number 11, Jackson Taylor, will lead it off here. Neville gets out of the inning on a great play by the second baseman on a long throw to first. And Britt Davis on the first pitch is a strike here for the Trojans. And there's a drive, and that's going to go into left field. And just like that, Jackson Taylor is going to lead off the Cavaliers' bottom of the third. And that's going to bring up second baseman Walker Schofield after the big play he just made at second base to help get him out of an inning. And that is the second hit of the night for the Cavaliers. And he ripped it to left field to Jackson Taylor. So Bubba Poole sends a signal over to his coach at first base. Taylor will get his lead. And Walker Schofield will step in. Nobody out, runner on first. Throw back to first, not in time. Outside corner. Schofield looked like he was going to turn around and bunt there and kind of pulled it back. That one was outside for a ball. We'll see what he does. They're going to try to manufacture some runs here. Maybe try to put it down the third base line and give himself a shot to get 2 men on. Let's see what Schofield does here. He will square the bunt. And he's going to send it right down to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to look at second, not in time, go to first. And he'll get the lead runner. And that'll be one away, but a runner will go down to second base. Jackson Taylor will get in scoring position. And this is going to be bring up third baseman, Rosman Diaz. So Diaz will step up to the plate with a runner on second, and that's Jackson Taylor who led it off. With a hit to left field, one away here. They're calling time, too much time out of pitcher is what they're doing. One ball, no strikes, one away here, runner on second base. But it's still only a one-run game as we get in the bottom of the third. Diaz at the plate, swing and a miss, foul back, 1-1. Got a good cat at it, was just a little late getting around on it. Taylor with the lead at second. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Going to foul it back this way. Will it stay inside the screen? It will not, and it'll bounce harmlessly on the grass behind us, and we'll go to 2-2. We're under shelter tonight, so we're safe. Not for sure where Brandon Thompson, the executive producer, parked the Lamborghini tonight, though. Got to be careful with these foul balls when he's on hand. 2-2. One away. He's going to rip it. And it's going to go foul ball. It's going to curve just foul. Rossman crushed it all the way down to the fence, but curved it just foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes, run out. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Got a time, and let's see. Looks like the catcher may have asked for that one. Schofield stands alone. Rather, Taylor at second. Ball outside, 3-2, and a payoff pitch coming. The 3-2 pitch. And there's a drive, and it's going to go right to the left fielder, and he's going to have it, and they're going to tag. And nope, they're going to stay at second. Will Jackson Taylor. And this is going to bring up Clay Murphy, your catcher, in the cleanup position. Two away runner on second. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Cavaliers here, with a runner sitting on second after he led off with 1 to left field. And Britt Davis comes to the place, high and outside, 1-0. That's high, 0-2. And the catcher, Jake Wingo, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Britt Davis. Glad to have you with us again on another baseball night. Want to thank all of our sponsors, of course. Stoner's Pizza Joint. You park them, you sell them. The car lot for you. Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood. Of course, you can always see our games at Stoner's, Texas, and Kudzu. Cherokee Brick and Tile. Apparel Authority, the official clothier of DSPN Sports. Pawn Max Incorporated. BT Media Productions, btmediapro.com, and Middle Georgia State University. Got our man JB manning the camera down that third base line here tonight. 2 balls and strikes, 2 away. Davis trying to get out of the inning with no damage here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Clay Murphy's going to send it to dead center field, and the center fielder's going to be there. And that's going to do it for the Cavaliers. With the leave 1 stranded, we go to the top of the 4th. Your score, Peach County 1, Mountain Sales nothing. We'll be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 4th, and up first for the Trojans will be number 6, starting pitcher Britt Davis. And Britt led things off with a walk and scored the only run here tonight after Jake Wingo hit a double to run him in. Neville on the mound for the Cavaliers. And here's the pitch, and there's a little dribbler back to second base. Second baseman gets it, throws to first, not in time, and he's going to be safe. Wow. Second baseman, Walker Schofield, threw it, and the first baseman couldn't hang on to it, and that was Jack Beers. He took him off the plate. And so another hit for the Trojans. That'll be the 3rd hit of the night, as he legged it out. I don't think they'll call that an error. They may well do that. Let's see. And he got to the first baseman and drug him off the bag, and he just missed it. It was just an errant throw. Let's see what they call here. And they're going to look and see if he got tagged. We've looked at a replay. It looked like he missed it, and he did miss him. And that runner's going to be safe. We'll watch it again. And he did miss him. Yep. So, good running by Britt Davis. And I don't think that's going to go as an error. That should go as a hit because he flat-legged it out, but we'll see how they score it. This is going to bring up number 12, Jake Wingo. He drove his pitcher in last time. Throw back to first, and not in time. Neville tried to go back to first base that time to Jack Beers, and kind of even pulled him off the bag on that throw to first. Wingo already has a double tonight. And he's going to send one to short right field, and the right fielder is going to have it in time, and back to first he goes. And that's going to bring up Jalen Green, your left fielder. So one away.
Next up, the left fielder, Jalen Green.
More baseball coming to you from us this season. Had a little bit of a weird schedule this week because a lot of the local public schools are out for winter break. All of them in Bibb County were. And they actually had some games at 10 and 11 and 12 and 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Our executive producer, of course, during that time is always counting his piles of gold, and we just can't take time away during that part of the day. Or he's getting his hot stone massage or something like that. Pedicure. Brunch. Strawberries this week in quiche, right? Champagne. He didn't invite me, not one single time. But that's okay. We're going to get some nachos after this is over. No balls, no strikes, one away. That's good. It's going to be low down and inside, and Catcher's going to look back at the home plate umpire on that one a little bit. Jalen Green at the plate for the Trojans. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 hits. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Cavaliers. That one's going to be outside. Wait a minute, he called that a strike. I'm sorry, that was way high and outside, and he got the strike on him. But I guess he saw it as chest high. And I see the Air Force One is flying over here tonight. President Trump on his way back to D.C. from Mar-a-Lago. 36 rounds of golf. But he had some fresh strawberries if he wanted it. Our good friends at Robbins Air Force Base flying over. Throws back to first, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. Britt Davis. Jalen Green at the plate for the Trojans. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. So Jackson Neville trying to get out of the inning here without any damage. 1 away, but he's got a runner on first. 1-2 ahead of the batter, Jalen Green. Throw back to first, not in time. Comes to the plate and a chopper to the shortstop. Can he turn 2? No. Go to first in time for 1. Not in time. Everybody safe all the way around. So we got a runner at first and second with 1 away. And third baseman Simon Grant, it will be up next. So Green and Davis on first and second with 1 away. So Neville now in a little bit of a trouble here. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Simon Grant. 0-1 with 1 out, but 2 runners on. Britt Davis down at second, Jalen Green at first. Neville comes to the plate. Outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Catcher's going to set up way outside over here this time. Throw back to second, not in time. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Nope, struck him out. It was already 1-2. So down goes Simon Grant, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Landon Davis.
Next up, the second baseman, Landon Davis.
2 away here in the top of the 4th. Davis stands at the plate trying to make some action happen for the Trojans, trying to get some more runs with a man in scoring position down on second. Strike on the outside corner, and he is getting that high outside corner as well, too. If you can deliver it at chest high, you're going to get the call. Swing and a miss, got him on the inside. He takes the lead 0-2 with 2 away. And Jackson Neville will try to get out of here without much damage done. Landon Davis stands in at 0-2. Catcher's going to set out on that outside corner. Let's see where the pitch will come. Runner on first and second, 2 down. Ball. And he didn't see the batter call time. 1-2. Landon Davis stuck his hand up before that pitch, and home plate umpire was zeroing in on his pitcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the 4th. 1-run lead for the Trojans, but 2 runners on. Outside didn't get it. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Strike down the middle, strike 3, and Neville gets out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, Peach County 1, Mount DeSales nothing. Cavaliers hanging in. We'll be back.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Jackson Neville got out of that one after Britt Davis got on Jalen Green, and he got the strikeout on Simon Grant and Landon Davis. And so this will bring up center fielder number 16, Landon Jernigan, for the Cavaliers. And it's a bunt down the first base line, and it's going to be up, and he's going to be tagged right there, and he's going to be out. So right there, Johnny on the spot was Durante Stewart, first baseman. And this is going to bring up for the Trojans, for the Cavaliers, Jack Beers. So your first baseman, Beers, steps in with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th here. Peach County clinging to that 1-0 lead off the double in the first inning by Jake Wingo. Swing and a miss on the outside. No balls and a strike. Outside corner, 0-2. High and inside. That one got behind him. 1-2 with one away. That one's down and inside. We go to 2-2 count. Now, as we head toward the 8 o'clock hour, it's kind of cooled off out here now. And, of course, it feels a little cooler because there is a good deal of humidity in the air, but it has certainly settled down. Swing and a miss and struck him out, 2 down. And that's going to bring up Steele Bruce. And the left-handed batter will step in. I believe that was strikeout number 3 for Britt Davis. That ball was low, ball 1. 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Fouled it back. Got him inside, kind of handcuffed him there. 1-1 is your count. When he gets to the backstop, 2-1. Two balls and a strike with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Steele Bruce, the left-hander at the plate. And he's going to drive one over the shortstop's head, and that one's going to fall into center field for a hit. And that's going to be the 3rd hit of the night for the Cavaliers, and they'll match the Trojans there. So that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 4, Jackson Nebel. Two away with a runner on first. Ball low, 1-0. Cavaliers trying to make something happen here now in the bottom of the 4th. We're starting to get a little late. And the Trojans just clung to that 1-run lead, 1-0 since the first inning. Ball outside, 2-0. And the catcher, Wingo, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Two balls and no strikes. Foul ball, and it's going to go 2 balls and a strike. Steele Bruce down at first base. All 3 balls and 1 strike. There's a drive, and that's going to drop over to third baseman's head, and that's going to be another hit. And that's 4, and that's going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs, and that's the 4th hit of the night. And pitcher Jackson Neville helps himself, and that's going to bring up Micah Hadaway, your right fielder, with 2 away. And the top of the order due up next.
Next up for the Cavaliers, the right fielder, Micah Hadaway.
So the right fielder steps in, Britt Davis, giving up 3 walks and 4 hits. 3 strikeouts here tonight. That's going to be a drive, and that's going to fall into center field, and we got a runner coming around. Here comes Steele Bruce. The throw to the plate, not in time. He's going to be safe, and the Cavaliers have tied it up in the bottom of the 4th. So runners at second and third. Hadaway with a double. And the 5th hit of the night for the Cavaliers. And it's going to bring up the shortstop at the top of the order, Jackson Taylor. And runners at second and third. And he's going to send one rocketing down that left field line, but it's going to be foul. And back to second to go, Neville Jackson and Micah Hadaway. Hadaway will be at third. Jackson will be at, rather make that Jackson Neville at third. Hadaway will be at second. No balls and a strike, 2 out. Jackson Taylor at the plate. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Pitch going to be high behind the batter. And the catcher's going to go talk to Britt Davis again about their third, 4th conversation already in this ball game. 2-1. Got to wonder if Davis is getting a little tired now. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. And a tie ball game at 1 apiece. Jackson at third, Hadaway at second. Gonna foul it back, and 2-2. Gonna square the bunt, but he didn't, and he's gonna foul it back away and keep it alive at 2-2. 2 away. Jackson Taylor trying to get somebody around here and give the Cavaliers their first lead of the night. But he's going to have to do it with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning here. Pitch, and that one's going to go down the first base line. It's going to be foul as it'll go off the dugout of the Cavaliers. So Taylor will come back and pick up the bat, and we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Trojans. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Cavaliers. And they've done the damage here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners at second and third. 2-2 count with 2 out. Shortstop Jackson Taylor at the plate. High, 3-2 will go to a full count. And the payoff pitch. Ball walked him. So the bases are loaded with Cavaliers, and Britt Davis really wanted that one on called on the inside. And this is going to bring up second baseman Walker Schofield. Nebel at second, Taylor at first. Make that Hadaway at second. And let's see if we're going to get a change of pitchers here. And we will. And let's see who this is going to be for Peach County. And it will be, and we will take a break after this, and coming in will be Landon Davis, the second baseman. While he gets some warm-up tosses, we'll take it away. We'll come back in just a few minutes.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Ready? Landon Davis at the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. New pitcher is Landon Davis, rather. And, excuse me, that was Bruce Steele, and he's going to get one to drop in, and the runner is going to score. And the Cavaliers are going to take the lead, and in to score that time was Neville Jackson. And for the Cavaliers, that was Walker Schofield with the hit. And that is their 6th hit of the night. And they need to lead it 2-1. And that's going to bring up third baseman, Rossman Diaz. And the bases are still loaded with Cavaliers with 2 away. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So Landon Davis comes on in relief. Britt Davis. Foul tip, 0-2, and he gets ahead of the batter here. Two runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cavaliers. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Trojans. Rossman Diaz at the plate, and he just crushed one deep to left field. And the left fielder is going to get it, and that's going to be out number 3. Send him all the way to the track, but the Trojans get out. But they take the Cavaliers get out, rather. They take the lead, 2-1. We'll be back, go to the top of the 5th. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
And welcome back to Cavalier Fields here at the Athletic Complex of Mount DeSales. And the Cavaliers have done it on 6 hits and 2 runs. They have taken the lead in the bottom of that fourth. We go to the top of the 5th, and the Trojans will try to answer back. Jackson Neville will stay on the line on the mound for the Cavaliers, and Brandon Gray, your right fielder, stands at the plate. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Neville on the outside corner, strike 2. The pitch on the outside corner, and that's going to be ball 2, 2-2. Swing and a miss, but he gets away from the catcher, and he's going to throw down to first in time. Got him. 1 away. And then Durante Stewart, the first baseman, comes to it. Top of the 5th, 2-1. The Cavaliers have taken the lead in the bottom of the 4th and had an opportunity to do more damage, but couldn't get anything else on the board, even though they had the bases loaded a couple times with 2 outs. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. And Neville works from the windout. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Little chopper, and it's going to get over the first base. It hits the bag there, and that's as far as he can go. So another hit. First baseman was on it, but took a little punny bounce. And it's going to bring up the top of the order with center fielder Eric Johnson. So with 1 away, the Trojans get a man on first. And that's a ball outside. Eric Johnson at the plate. Durante Stewart, first baseman, gets his hit. That's the 4th hit of the night for the Trojans. And he just had Fast roller down the first base line. It took a funny bounce right, hit the bag, and went right over the first baseman's head. In 2 balls and no strikes on the inside that time. Back to first. Not in time that time. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. 1 out. Jackson Neville's gotten behind here now. Center fielder Eric Johnson waits at the plate. Lead by Stewart at first. Ball 4, and he'll walk him. I think that our internet. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And even though Peach County got the bases loaded, Cavaliers got out of the inning, and they still cleaned to a 2-1 lead. And Landon Jernigan has just got a hit down the first base line, and that's going to bring up number 12, Jack Beers, first baseman. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and we apologize about the loss of signal, but that happens when you're at these remote ball fields on occasion. And our internet decided to go away. Thus is wireless. Foul back this way. You know how it is, internet age. Shoot, for all we know, a big old mosquito flew in front of the wireless, and that knocked it out. Jack Beer at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Landon Jernigan down at first base. On the mound now is Landon Davis for in relief of Britt Davis for the Trojans. Strike 3, struck him out, and that puts it at 2 away, and that's going to bring up number 5, Steele Bruce. There's a shot going to go to the second baseman in time to first, but the throw's going to be errant, and he's going to beat it out, and he's going to have a runner at first and second. So Steele Bruce gets down, and Landon Jernigan will go to Jackson Nebel comes on. Catcher's going to turn around and talk to the umpire about that call, but it's going down as a ball. It's going to be high. Going to throw back down to second, not in time. And runner is going to be safe. into the dirt. 3-0 is the count. Cavaliers lead it 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Ball forward, and he walked him. And that's going to get the bases loaded. And that's going to bring out Micah Hadaway, your right fielder. So with 2 outs, the Cavaliers have the bases loaded again. Landon Jernigan will be at third base. Steele Bruce will be at second. And Jackson Neville will be down at first. And Jeff Bailey out to talk to his pitcher. Two runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Cavaliers. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Trojans. That's going to be a strike on the inside corner to Micah Hadaway. Little chopper down to third base. Going to step on third, and that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Cavaliers lead it 2-1. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Go to the top of the 6th. Jake Wingo, the catcher for the Trojans, leads it off 2-1. Jackson Neville the whole way for the Cavaliers so far. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Trojans, and that's a smoker to the shortstop, and he's going to catch it, and 1 away. And he drilled it. Wingo's had good contact with the ball, and it's going to bring up Jalen Green, your left fielder. He got the double on the night to bring in the only run of the night for the Trojans, did Wingo. But a good play out there by the shortstop, Jackson Taylor, and 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Strike, beautiful change up that time by Neville. Low and outside that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jalen Green, your left fielder, at the plate for the Trojans with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. High and outside, ball 2, 2-1. Pitch, strike. Dropped it just inside the middle of the plate there. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. Green with a hot shot back to the pitcher. He's going to knock it down. On the first he goes, and 2 away. So Jackson Neville gets a good play on a little hot shot back to the mound. And it's going to bring up third baseman Simon Grant with 2 away. Inside, almost hit him. One ball, no strikes, 2 away here. Outside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2 with 2 away here in the top of the 6th. There's a drive, and that's going to fall into right behind the shortstop and center field. And that's going to get the 6th hit of the night for the Trojans by third baseman Simon Grant. And with 2 down, 2 away in the top of the 6th, it's going to bring up pitcher Landon Davis, who started the night at second base, but he's been on in relief the last 2 innings for Brett Davis. And that gives them a runner at first with 2 down. And Simon Grant takes his lead at first. Throw back to first, not in time. But a strike anyway. 0-1. And Davis stands in. There's a chopper to the third baseman. He'll look at second, go on to first in time. And that's going to do it. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Cavaliers hang on to a 2-1 lead. We'll be back. Hey, folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
And welcome back to Cavalier Fields here as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Trojans could not get anything going in their top of the 6th, and they're down by 1, 2-1. And up next for the Cavaliers at the plate will be number 11, shortstop Jackson Taylor. Landon Davis is on in relief of Britt Davis. Trojans with 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. The Cavaliers 2 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. And Jackson Taylor will step to the plate. Little slow roller to the pitcher, not in time. He bounced it off the back of the runner, and he is going to be safe. And they're going to count that as a hit. So he legged it out, just came off the end of the bat, and he ran straight at it and beat it out. Walker Schofield, your second baseman, will come up next with a runner on first. So Schofield will come to the plate. Jackson Taylor will take his lead at first. 2-1 is your score. Throw back to first, not in time. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 6th here. Cavaliers trying to see if they can add to it and hang on for one more half an inning. Not in time. Throw back to first, not in time. One ball, no strikes, nobody out. And Schofield will stand in. He's going to send this one high. Looks like it'll go right to the second baseman. And it'll be out. Rossman Diaz comes to the plate. One away. Ball high and inside. Strike right down the middle that time. 1-1. 1 out. Jackson Taylor with a leadoff hit on first. And he's going to take and he's going to run. And they're going to throw down the second, but it's not going to be in time. And the runner's going to advance. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the hitter with 1 out. And Jackson Taylor gets around to scoring position. Rossman Diaz is going to pop it up. It's going to go to shallow left field, and the left fielder is going to have to come now, and that'll be 2 away. And that's going to bring up your cleanup hitter, Clay Murphy, your catcher. So Jackson Taylor will still remain at second with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Cavaliers would sure like to get one more insurance run here before they go to the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitch will be high, 1-1. Once again, we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Of course, it is the Stoner's Pizza Joint Baseball Game of the Week. You park them, you sell them. Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, And there's a drive, and that's going to go deep to the left fielder, and he's going to catch it, and it's going to be out. We go to the top of the seventh. Trojans got to make something happen here. 2-1 is your score. Cavaliers lead it. It is the Stoner's Pizza Joint baseball game of the week on DSPN Sports. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the seventh. And up first for the Trojans at the bat will be number 11, top of the order, number 10, Brandon Gray, the right fielder. Once again, like I said, I want to thank our sponsors, Stoner's Pizza Joint, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Apparel Authority, Pawn Max Incorporated, BT Media Productions, and Middle Georgia State University. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. 2-1, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Peach County Trojans. 2 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for the Cavaliers here tonight. Ball inside. And Jackson Neville has gone the entire way for the Cavaliers. Inside. Ball 2. Strike, 2-2. And that one's going to get fouled down the first base line. Two balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top of the 7th. Cavaliers lead it 2-1 over the Trojans. Outside corner, strike 3. 1 down. First baseman Durante Stewart now up for the Trojans. And the left-hander will step in there with 1 down. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Durante Stewart, the left-handed first baseman, steps back into the batter's box. Jackson Neville with the pitch. Ball on the inside, 1-1. One away here. Cavaliers trying to close it out with a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup. 1-2. Nice pitch that time by Neville. One ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. On deck will be the top of the order, and that'll be center fielder Eric Johnson. A little chopper to the second baseman. Turns, throws to first in time, 2 away. So 2 down. Trojans down to their last out here now with Eric Johnson. As Eric Neville will try to close it out here for the Cavaliers. Don't forget, after this is done, you can simply log on to dspnsports.com and watch a replay of it, or just take the link right on over from our webpage at dspnsports.com to our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe there, and you can go back and watch it all again. Well, except for that little glitch with the internet. But most of it will be there. We think we've got all the action in here for you tonight. 2-1 is the score. 1 ball and no strike with 2 down. Neville delivers. Foul back this way to Eric Johnson. By Eric Johnson, rather. 1-1 is your count. Cavaliers 2 strikes away here from getting out of this one. Trailed it to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 and scored 2 runs. And now they've kept the lead as we're in the top of the 7th with 2 away. Eric Johnson at the plate trying to keep the Trojans' hopes alive. On deck will be Brody Harrelson, the shortstop. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. Neville with the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, struck him out. And that is going to end the game. Peach County finishes with 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. Cavaliers, 2 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Jackson Neville goes the entire way for the Trojans on a very good night for the young man pitching. He hung in there, even though he gave up 6 hits. He never really got himself into a lot of trouble. And the Cavaliers are going to win it tonight 2-1. That's going to be our final score here in the Stoner's Pizza Baseball Game of the Week right here on DSPN Sports. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Stoner's Pizza Joint. You park them, you sell them. The car lot for you. Don't just park it. Bring your car and sell it. Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Apparel Authority, Pond Max Incorporated, BT Media Productions at btmediapro.com, and Middle Georgia State University. Once again, your final score here from Cavalier Fields, the athletic complex at Mount Des Hills Academy. Cavaliers win it 2-1 over the Peach County Trojans. That's going to do it, folks. We'll see you later on this week, first to next week. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget, join us, subscribe to our YouTube channel at DSPN Sports. Go to dspnsports.com or like us on Facebook at DSPN Sports. We'll have the replay up in just a minute. Once again, 2-1, Mount Des Hills wins it at home. We'll see you next week, everybody. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.